Fuels and combustion are the two general terms associated with energy. More than 70% of the world's energy demand are satisfied through combustion of fuels. The traditional definition of fuel is a substance which can be burned to obtain heat. In energy technology, fuels denote substances which are having high energy density. Fuels contains energy in chemical form or nuclear form which can be converted into secondary energy, that is an useful form of energy such as mechanical, electrical, thermal or chemical. The energy density of the fuel, also called as calorific value, is the amount of heat liberated during combustion of 1 unit mass of the fuel. Different fuels have different energy density values. The different fuels are used for domestic purposes such as water heating, heating rooms and cooking. It is also used in industrial processes such as metallurgy, desalination of water, and also in internal combustion engine for transportation, electrical power generation, and in rockets for space travel. Generally, the combustible substance, contains carbon as the main constituent, which on combustion gives large amount of heat and products of low energy density. The main sources of the fuel in the present age are coal and petroleum oil. They are stored energy obtained from the Earth's crust. They are also called as fossil fuels because they are formed from the fossilized remains of plants and animals. The most of the world's energy demand are satisfied by fossil fuels since 1850. The consumption of fossil fuels increased at an annual growth rate of 3.5 to 4.5%, and in the 20th century it was so rapid. In the year 1960, the world's energy demand are fulfilled by 37% of coal and 42% of petroleum. The rest of the energy is contributed by nuclear, hydro, natural gas and others. Due to the depletion of the fossil fuel resources and environmental concerns, the usage of fuel was reduced, and in the year 2000, only 28% of coal and 31% of petroleum are used in fulfilling the energy demands. However, still the usage of coal and petroleum occupies a huge percentage in meeting this global energy need. Coal is a highly carbonaceous matter formed because of alteration of vegetable matter under certain favorable conditions. The main composition of coal is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, besides some non-combustible inorganic matter. Coal is obtained in various types, commonly recognized based on rank, which indicates the degree of maturity in carbon content from the parent material wood. The various types of coal based on carbon content are peat, lignite, bituminous and anthracite. Coal conversion technologies are technology-based processes for coal conversion to produce alternative fuels or the generation of range of chemicals from coal by process routes such as gasification, liquefaction, carbonization and solvent refining. The next important fossil fuel is petroleum, also called as crude oil. There are two theories about the origin of petroleum. The first theory is about organic origin and the second one is inorganic origin of petroleum. Among the two theories, organic origin of petroleum is widely accepted. According to this theory, petroleum was formed from the remains of ancient marine organisms living and dying in the oceans 300 to 400 million of years ago. They eventually get covered by sediments and the whole lot turns to sedimentary rocks. The oil and gas from the dead algae eventually get squeezed up out of the original rock formation, migrate upwards in the sedimentary rock basin and get trapped in the reservoir. Petroleum is dark green-brown viscous liquid formed deep in Earth's crust. The carbon content of the petroleum oil is extremely high compared with coal, and it is composed mainly of various hydrocarbons together with small amounts of organic compounds containing oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. The chemical nature of the crude petroleum varies with the parts of the world in which it is obtained. The petroleum oil obtained directly from the Earth's crust cannot be used as such, and it needs a process called refining to remove the unwanted matter and to obtain desired products through fractional distillation. Of all the fractions obtained by fractionation of petroleum, gasoline has the largest demand as motor fuel. The gasoline obtained directly from the fractional distillation of petroleum oil is called straight-run gasoline. The yield of the straight-run gasoline is only 20% of the crude, and the properties of the gasoline are not high enough to meet the global demands of the gasoline. To overcome these difficulties, the middle and heavy fractions are cracked to get gasoline. The gasoline made by cracking has better properties than straight-run gasoline. To improve the properties of straight-run gasoline, a process called reforming is carried out to bring the structural modification in the components of the straight-run gasoline. This process of reforming will also improve the anti-knock properties of gasoline, which is a main problem in the internal combustion engines. The course, titled Fuel Chemistry, is designed for undergraduate students pursuing chemistry in any Indian universities under choice-based credit system. This course would be of interest and will also benefit the students of other programs in undergraduation level. The course Fuel Chemistry has 2 credits value and it falls under the category of discipline-specific skill-based elective. I am Dr. Raja Jayakanthan, working as a faculty in chemistry at Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education. I did my science graduation in applied sciences at CIT Coimbatore and I did my masters in applied chemistry at NIT Trichy. I completed my PhD in chemistry under the World Academy of Science Fellowship at Federal University of Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. I have 8 years of teaching and research experience and 6 years of industrial research experience in reputed industries of India, ITC Limited and MRF Limited. The learning objective of this course is to acquaint students with knowledge on energy resources, fuels and its calorific value, and to develop an understanding in fossil fuels, synthetic fuels, petroleum and petrochemical industries and lubricants. With this objective, we are going to discuss several topics in fuel chemistry such as review of energy resources, classification of fuels and their calorific value, fossil fuels, synthetic fuels, petroleum and petrochemical industry, lubricants and many more in detail. Thank you.